Welcome you all. Myself Namdesh Shinde, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, Satara College of Pharmacy, Satara. Under Pharmaceutical Engineering, today's experiment is to determine relative humidity by using dry bulb and wet bulb temperature using psychrometric chart. Requirement for today's practical are thermometer, absorbent cotton, beaker, water, ice stand, and humidity chart. Regarding theory, the dry bulb, wet bulb, dew point temperature are important to determine state of humid air. So by using this dry bulb and wet bulb temperature, we can check the humidity, relative humidity present in air. So dry bulb temperature means what? It is basically used to the ambient air temperature. It is called as dry bulb because the air temperature is indicated by thermometer, not affected by moisture of the air. So in dry bulb temperature, we are not considering moisture or any other radiation. So it become purely dry bulb temperature. And in case of wet bulb temperature, we have another requirement. We are using cotton here around this bulb, and we are dipping this in a water bottle, and we are checking the temperature. Dry bulb temperature can be measured using normal thermometer freely exposed to the air but shielded from radiation and moisture. So because of this radiation and moisture shielding, it only measure dry temperature. Wet temperature is not considered. In case of wet bulb temperature, the temperature indicated by motion thermometer bulb exposed to the airflow. So wet bulb temperature can be measured by using thermometer with the bulb wrapped in wet muslin or cotton. So we can use muslin as well as cotton for this experiment. The rate of evaporation from the wet bandage on the bulb and the temperature difference between dry bulb and wet bulb depends on humidity of the air. So by comparing these two, dry bulb as well as wet bulb temperature, we can check the relative humidity present. The wet bulb temperature is always lower than the dry bulb temperature because of humidity difference. Combining the dry bulb and wet bulb temperature in a psychrometric diagram or molar chart, we can also say, gives the state of the humid air, lines of constant wet bulb temperature and diagonally from the upper left to the lower right in the psychrometric chart. The dew point, this is third parameter, is the temperature at which water vapor starts to condense out of the air. The temperature at which air becomes completely saturated. Above this temperature, moisture will stay in air. So, if the dew point temperature is close to the air temperature, then we can say relative humidity is high. And if the dew point is well below the air temperature, in that case, we can say relative humidity is low. So if relative humidity is high, in that case, evaporation rate will be lower. So this is actual apparatus. This is dry and wet bulb temperature meter. We call it as hygrometer. So it indicates dry bulb temperature. And this is what? Wet bulb temperature. Here there is arrangement. We can use cotton, and here water bottle is there. So this cotton is dipped in water bottle. So by using this, we can measure wet bulb temperature. By this, we can directly measure dry bulb temperature. And now we'll see procedure. First, we have to note down the atmospheric temperature by using thermometer. So we can use regular thermometer for the same and record it as dry bulb temperature. Then we have to take 100 ml of beaker with half filled with water. Then we have to tie up the adsorbent cotton around the bulb of thermometer to measure wet bulb temperature. Keep the thermometer in beaker in such way that only cotton dips in water but the bulb of the thermometer does not touch water. That is most important condition. We have to dip the cotton in water, but not the tip of thermometer in water. That is most important. Allow saturation to achieve and note down the minimum temperature observed as wet bulb temperature. So that is simple. We have to measure temperature observed. So that is minimum temperature observed. We call it as wet bulb temperature. And according to these two readings, dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature, we can calculate relative humidity. So this is actual chart for calculating relative humidity. In this, dry bulb temperature is mentioned over here and humidity, relative humidity is mentioned here. So by using this dry bulb and wet bulb temperature values, we can measure relative humidity. Say for example, if dry bulb temperature is 25 and wet bulb temperature is 20, in that case, how we can measure relative humidity? Say for example, dry bulb temperature is 25 degrees centigrade and wet bulb temperature is 20. In that case, we have to minus dry bulb into wet bulb. So dry minus wet, it becomes 25 minus 20. It becomes 5. So here, in case of dry bulb temperature, we have to check for 25 degrees centigrade, and for 5, we have to check relative humidity. So at 5, that will be difference between dry and wet bulb temperature and actual dry bulb temperature. It becomes 63. That means what? If dry bulb means environmental temperature is 25 degrees centigrade and wet bulb temperature is 20 degrees centigrade, in that case relative humidity of air will be 63%. So this is what psychrometric chart used to calculate relative humidity. So by using this chart, we can measure relative humidity present in air. Thank you.